Welcome to the Down to Marz podcast. This is the promo edition, and today I have one of my best friends, Marissa. Welcome to the pod.
Thank you for having me.
Of
I'm so
course.
excited.
I'm so excited to have you. I just had Fiona on, as you know, and now I'm so excited to talk to you.
Great. Yeah, she told me all about it last night. She said you guys really talked about a lot.
We
and
really got into it.
Yeah,
we
got
really
into
did.
it.
We did.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we'll start with how did we meet? Because I remember the day that we met, I think it was the day that we met was on the golf course.
So we officially met on the golf course. However, we had crossed paths prior to that.
Okay.
And I remember the first time I met you kind of in passing, it was at a trade show. I don't remember what distributor it was, but I remember I was wearing heels and I had just started doing promos at the time, and you go, "Oh no, not my first rodeo. Gotta wear."
Are you for real?
I swear on my life. And that's what I remember about you. The first impression, I was like, this girl's smart. She knows what she's talking about.
That is so funny. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, but we officially met
that day.
Yes,
on the golf course.
On the golf course. Yeah. So
that is so funny. I don't remember the trade show, but I remember the day on the golf course, and I was working, and someone had told me, I think it was just some random kid that was working there. It was oh, there's another promo model working, and I think it's for the same company, and I was I want to go see her.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, let me take you. And then we're going up, and I see your face, and you're just you're like me. You had a resting bitch face on, and I was just oh God, she doesn't look like she's gonna be
who
nice
is this
to
girl?
me.
She doesn't look friendly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So then we pull up, and the minute we pulled up, your expression completely changed. You had a big smile on your face, and you're just hi, nice to meet you, blah blah blah. And I was oh wait, she's really cool actually. I was okay, never mind.
This girl's normal.
Yeah, exactly. And then I literally think it was since that day we would just start seeing each other more and more, and you were having more promos with Fiona and Chandler, and so was I. So it was mutual friends, and then eventually I feel we all kind of just
came together.
As a group. Created our little group.
Yes, love it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's really when we met.
Exactly. So how did you end up in the promo world? How did you get started?
I actually started from Fiona.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I remember I had a full-time job at the time, but I was also in school. I was doing a lot of online classes, so I did have the free time to, get another source of income and just work another job. And I was you know what? I've always kind of wanted to get my feet wet in this industry. And I was what better opportunity is it than to,
Yeah, it's truly the perfect side job,
Yeah,
side hustle.
it was
I
great.
think.
Yeah.
Especially if you already said you were working a full-time job and doing school, so that kind of is a lot on your plate. If you do want to pick up any other job, I think promoing is the best one to do with a busy schedule, because you do have so much flexibility to choose which promos you're going to take and which ones you don't. So if anyone doesn't know, for promoing, you don't have a set schedule for the most part. Some companies will, but for the most part you don't, and they will just send out a list of open promotions, and then you can decide whether you want to take it or not, and you're never penalized or anything.
No, honestly, you're kind of your own boss. I feel it's good for people also that are at a time in their life where they're okay, do I want to get into sales, or do I want to, get more experience and kind of just gaining more skills with talking to people. And I don't know, I feel it helped me.
I grew so much as a person.
Yeah.
Just from doing promos. I was saying with Fiona that when I was introduced to promos, I was there's no, I could never see myself being yeah, I'm going to do that. And then when I heard the hourly and stuff, and I was damn, that sounds really good and relatively easy. Maria, just get over your little shyness, and who cares what these people think that you're asking. You're just asking them if they want to sample. Not a big deal. But it was so daunting the first time I heard of it. But then when I did it, I was okay, wow, this is great, easy side money.
It's not bad.
No, not at all.
And also, I feel if you're going to a bar, you're there to have a good time. You know what I mean? So it's people are open-minded, and if they say no, they say no. It's You have to take it personally. But no, I remember that initial, like, going into it too. I was like, I've never done anything like this. Like, I've always worked jobs where, like, it was kind of like retail or, like, I would manage, like, spas and stuff. And, like, people would come to me, but I never really, like, actively was, like,
had to be
going
the one.
up to people. Like, I still knew how to sell and everything, but... No, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
I think we got over that.
Yeah. It's one of the best ways, truly, to just, like, stop caring in a way.
Yeah, like, get
like
out
what
of your
people
own
are
head.
like exactly. Like what people are thinking of you or stuff, and just like just do what just do it.
For sure.
Just ask. Like who cares? Like you said, like if someone's like says no, like you can't take it personal. No. It's just it's their problem. If they don't want the free shit. The best is like like the certain people that are like, no, I don't want that, and then you're like, oh, it's free, and they're like, oh, it's free, okay, now I'll take it. Like things like that too always happen, and I find that so funny.
I know like if someone's offering me a sample, I'm gonna be like, yeah, why not try it,
right?
What do I have to lose by this?
Exactly.
Could be like great, so
1,000%. I totally feel you. So you pretty much stuck with strictly liquor, right?
I dabbled.
Or have you dabbled?
I dabbled.
No, I mean, well, that's liquor. That's what I mean. Like liquor promos. Like you haven't done like me and Fiona were talking about like how I did like the porn show and like real estate shows and like she did like the gambling thing.
Yeah. Wait. What?
She did.
What? Wait, what?
She promoted like 2 different gambling apps with me. One time at the horse track and then one time for the Devil's Games, if you remember.
Yes, I remember that. I didn't know that was for gambling. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
It was.
The context of that, I was confused for a moment, but that makes sense now. Okay.
Exactly.
Yes. No, I have only done like wine, spirits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Beverage
All
industry.
right.
Yeah.
So when you were a promo girl, so Marissa is a sales rep now, but was a promo girl. So we'll get into her sales rep stuff in a minute. But when you were a promo girl, what was your favorite brand to promo for? Did you have one, or were you just like they're all equal for me?
I wouldn't say they're all equal. I don't know. Like I feel like I enjoyed like working for all of the brands that like were represented. So it's hard for me to like pick one in particular. I think really like
so
I
me
really
and Fiona
enjoyed it.
yeah
like all of the brands.
Me and Fiona were saying we think like Patron is one that really stuck out to us.
They were fun.
Because they always kind of just try to get people involved. They always had something to give out. They pretty much always had to spend. So they were like one of the top ones for me, and they would always, if I worked like a trade show for them or any like special event, they would always make sure I was taken care of and send me home with like a ton, which I always appreciate. That is one of the perks of the job that we didn't touch on with Fiona, that you really get some nice freebies.
I like there are some tokens of swag that I feel like just that I've like they would give to us before the events that like I've hung on to. Like I have to say, I still have some stuff like in my drawer.
I have tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Not that it all gets used, but I have tons of. But I mean, just like we can go back into that in a minute. But I mean, just like the amount of liquor that we get.
Yeah.
As promo models, like I would have so much. I would be giving it like every Christmas. My family knew like you're gonna get some sort of bottle of some sort in your gift because I just had so many. It was crazy.
Was it
I don't know.
That you had the most of like around the holidays.
I just had so much of everything. Like Tito's was another one that was super generous. That they would bring a ton of Tito's to whatever event they had, and then send you home with all the extra. But yeah, I know there's. I feel like it's 50-50. Some promo models get like a lot of liquor, and then some I feel like don't like try to, so then they don't. But then there's the ones that really try. Yeah, so that's why I can tell her face. Yeah,
I never.
Yeah.
But I would always like, I just like, am thinking of like around the holidays when I would do like tastings for like wine or like, I don't know, like bourbon or something. I would always like text like my parents and my dad and be like, hey, like come visit me at this tasting. Like,
oh my God,
we're doing this. We're doing engraving. We're doing.
Yeah, and, like, I would always try to have my mom whenever she was free. I'm like, come
visit me.
Exactly. Also because of the picture thing, I was like, I need you for an extra picture, so please come.
That was vital. The photos were. I remember like doing my first one, and I think it was like you had to take 6 photos.
Do you remember who your first promo was for?
My first, it was a sampling, and it was, I think
what company though, like Select, or was it, because mine was for Evolve, Fiona's was for Select.
It was for Top Flight. That was the first
Top Flight,
agency.
okay.
Yeah. And it was for, oh my goodness, Angry Orchard, the rosé.
Oh, okay.
And it actually, like, I remember selling out of it, and it went really well, and I was like, I can do this. This is not bad.
Yeah, like, that's relatively popular.
So
I've never tried it, but
back in the day, I feel like I'm dating myself.
Yeah.
It was probably like, I don't even know, five years ago, I would say. It's my first. What about you?
I started when I was 21, so 6 years.
What was your first one?
My first one was with Evolve. It was at a liquor store in Bayville, and I was telling Fiona, I can't remember what the brand was. I know it was some sort of wine, and I remember the bottle being like a bright Tiffany blue.
Oh my goodness, it's oh my goodness.
I knew you would be the one to know. I had to wear white shorts, and they had a blue tank top.
I literally had a shirt from them, and I remember selling it at a store in Bayville too.
Stop that!
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, that's
what is
so
the name?
funny.
It was
I
like
don't know. It had like a
star.
Yes, it had like a star on the bottle.
No, I know exactly
something
what
like
you're
that.
talking
1000% you do, because it is something like that.
Yeah, I forget the name of it. It's gonna come to me randomly. That's so funny, and it went well.
Yeah, it went pretty good. Yeah. Sorry, I had like a second thought that was like totally unrelated, because.
Right, so what?
Do you have like a most memorable moment in a promo?
Most memorable? Oh my goodness.
Or like one that like sticks out to you. We can come back to it.
Are we talking like funny memorable, or are we talking
anything?
About, like,
it could be anything. It could be funny memorable, or like or like, oh my god, I can't believe that just happened.
I have
bad.
Two,
okay.
And both of them have to do with Fiona.
Oh my god, I'm excited.
So the first one, I forget what brand it was for, but this was during football season, and the attire was like, it was like jeans, tank top, and like heels, right? So this was probably like, I think this was what, like 2018, like when I first had started. And it was like later on, like this was at like a college bar, and literally like she's walking behind me, and all of a sudden I hear this loud bang, and I'm like, oh no, she wiped out.
Oh no,
literally, it was like curtains, like
on
the floor, wiped out. Like she must have slipped on something, and the whole bar was just like, no one was like everyone was like, is this girl okay?
Concerned, like my birthday.
So that was like memorable, and she was
so
fine,
crazy.
so it wasn't like anything, you know what I mean, serious. Like she
Yeah.
laughed it off. We were both laughing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was memorable.
Well, you know that's always a fear of mine. I'm always thinking I'm gonna fall. Well, because I did on my birthday. So since then, it's just like PTSD.
But you've never fallen at like a work event.
No, but I always am thinking about it. Every time I walk into a promo, I'm thinking about it. They would send us, I don't know why, to Jack's goal line stand in heels sometimes. They would literally tell us to wear heels, certain companies. I don't know why. Like one time they said like a black dress and heels, and I should have fought that because I looked crazy. Me and whoever, I think it was Celeste, my one girl Celeste, I think we had to walk in there in heels one time, and I just like, I remember the floor being so slippery. I was like, I'm gonna bust my ass. You have to be careful. I feel like someone has, I feel like someone has said that they busted their ass walking in there before.
You have to be like super careful. I remember like mainly I would wear, I feel like, heels to trade shows, but there was like occasions where, you know, it was a bar and I had to wear heels too. It kind of varied. It depended like on the brand. So yeah, that was number one. Number two was, this was like a super sampling event, and it was like a nighttime thing, and that attire was a black dress, like while we're on the subject. Yeah. Perfect. Black dress.
Those are typically I wear those. Yeah. Those are the ones I got a lot of free alcohol too. Those super samplings.
I literally never got.
Maybe you just didn't finesse it.
I don't think. Yeah, I just didn't. Honestly, like, yeah, I think like I just was kind of like in the zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I feel that. So you were at the super sampling.
So yes, and the attire was a black dress. Okay, perfect. Strapless too. So I found one. I think I found one like a few days before. I was like, all right, this is like $20. Cute, whatever. And Fiona's also working the event. Shows up in the same dress. I just thought it was funny. Like,
no, that is funny. And I've seen this happen before. That's why. But it was with her. And like, was it you? Because I know it happened with her and someone else. But I didn't think it was you. With
her and Lauren too.
Yeah, it might have been. It was like a black strapless.
Yeah, it was super cute. And like, it was like a bandage type like dress. But it was just like,
no, that is funny. That's like, funny. Out of all the black dresses in the world too. Yeah. That is funny.
Yeah. And like, I don't even think like normally I feel like we'll all text one another being like, what are you wearing? But it was just like, I had worked probably like 2 other samplings that day, like back to back. And I just like,
didn't even have time to
think about it. So it was just that I would say that was pretty memorable and funny.
No, that is funny.
Yeah.
I would definitely remember that as well.
Yeah.
But what was your favorite type of event?
Favorite type? Golf outings.
100%.
I have to say, because you know what? It's just when the weather's nice. I feel like when you're not saying that when you go to a bar, people aren't in a good mood. Like, I feel like that is usually like the case. But golf outings, like, I feel like everyone's there to like have fun. Like, it's just like a good time. And yeah, I mean, I did enjoy like working at beach bars too.
Yeah, those are fun.
And I can't say that like I like really like disliked any type of event, but I did like the events that like I could be on my feet more and walk around more and engage with people,
exactly,
as opposed to standing at like
just like a liquor store or something. I would say liquor store probably is like my least favorite or something like that.
I think like a lot of people, like if you're just standing there and like it also really depends, because sometimes like the foot traffic, the weather could be bad or like whatever, and it's like you can get a spurt of people and then it can be dead, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
No,
I've heard that.
Yeah. It's funny what you said about the golf outing, because me and Fiona said literally the same thing about the people that we encounter. We're like, we don't know why, but like the people at the country club and the golf outings are just like a good time. Like they're always just like happy to see you, happy to be there. Yeah. And it's just like, it's good to encounter that, especially when you are working. And
it's like good energy. Like, yeah, absolutely. It's a different dynamic too, like when you're doing a tasting in a liquor store, because I feel like people are in a rush there, and that's a huge part of it. So it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had like heart-to-hearts with people.
Oh yeah, some people are ready to,
and I love it. I'm like, like they'll be talking to me and like whatever,
tell you like, life story.
Yeah, you find a common ground. But I feel like it is a different dynamic for sure, and like people are like, they're not rushing. It's just like a good vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that's probably my favorite event that
the golf course for some reason just like brings out a good vibe in people.
Yeah,
it does.
I need to learn how to golf.
We've been saying like, well, I can swing a golf club and like, you know, I could do that, but when it comes to like aiming for the hole, like, you know, gotta work on that. But.
Yeah, but at least you can hit it.
Exactly.
You know
exactly.
I've like never even tried to like I've done like the virtual simulation thing, but that I feel like that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Like I need to actually take lessons. I
haven't tried that. Yeah. No, we should do it. Well, you don't even need to take like actual lessons. Like we definitely know people. Like my brother, my whole family golf. So. And
I feel like I have so many friends that just like do golf, and they've offered to like take like us out, but I'm just like, for the well-being and safety of like, I just don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Oh my God, stop! That is so funny. I clocked someone with a golf club one time by accident. My girlfriend. She was standing behind me. I didn't realize. My sister also did it to me before too. So it happens. But
yeah, I think I would be more mindful. But like it just like that would make me nervous. I'm like I feel like I need just a general.
Okay.
You know.
Do you think your fave type of promo being golf outing, do you think that changes now that you're a sales rep, or you think that's still pretty much your favorite?
I would say that it stayed relatively the same. However, like I have found a newfound appreciation for like doing promos at like dive bars and just like honestly like beach bars too. But yeah, I mean like I've learned the biggest thing is that like all of my customers are like I value my relationship with them so much, and like just because it's not a certain environment doesn't mean like you can't have a great event there, you know? So I've loved like working at different places. Like the casinos, that's I love working at the casinos. Like I love working at pools, but I would say golf is probably like towards the top, but yeah.
But those are all added on now that you're...
Yes, now that I've like learned more and stuff.
So do you feel like you always wanted to be a sales rep, like when you were promoing? Or did it kind of just like find you feel like?
It kind of like clicked, yeah. Because I was in school at the time. Like my major is like business. Well, so my minor, I'm sorry, is business management, but my major is global business. So I was like, you know what? Like, I love sales. Like I told you, like I was working at the time, like in sales. Like I was like a district manager.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I like managed a team of like 60, like over 60 people and stuff. And
oh
like,
wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And like it was in like the tanning, spray tanning, like spa, like industry, like realm of things. But I really enjoyed that, and like that kind of got my foot in the door into sales, and also like just doing real estate and stuff. I'm like, I love talking to people. And I think I kind of did have like an aha moment. I was at like a trade show, and like I was like, you know what, I want to be like doing this. Like I was working with brands that like you could just tell that the people enjoyed what they were doing and what they were selling. And I was like, I think it would be really cool. Like, especially, I think the biggest thing though for people is like, you have to like believe in what you're selling and stuff like that. But yeah.
No, there was some.
No, but I like.
Yeah, you caught on to that like through promos. You would say,
for sure. Yeah,
because I almost had the same experience as well. Because just being behind like the booth at like a trade show or something, and you're surrounded by a bunch of sales reps, you could see the ones, and there's a bunch. I would say like the majority of them do love what they're doing, love what they're selling, and it just seems like a great vibe. But they all have like a great camaraderie. I feel like everyone's like bopping around, talking to each other, and like
everyone knows everybody.
Yeah. And it was like I was always like, I feel like I eventually want to be on that side. Yeah. You know, like it just felt like a good vibe.
Yeah. And like you network with so many people, and think about like today, how many people that you've met just from working events, like just everything that you've connected and crossed paths with, like from, you know, doing promos and stuff.
Yeah, you really do. Yeah. You do. And you don't know who you're going to run into as well. Like, especially at trade shows and stuff, people.
Oh, yeah.
You meet the most random people that you never thought you would meet. And just in promos in general, you end up doing things that you never thought you would do.
Yeah. I feel like it definitely gets you out of like your comfort zone, and like it's a great way to network. So like to anyone who's looking to get their foot in the door, like honestly, I tell everyone I think it's a good stepping stone, like if you want to explore that possibility. But
it's great. I'm glad that I found out about this industry because I didn't know about it for the longest time.
Neither did I.
Yeah, and like I was telling Fiona on our episode that like I just had a best friend that I knew had a cool job, and she was just going and like doing these cool things, but I never knew exactly like what she was doing. And like then it was Ariel, and she like eventually reached out to me because Evolve, like that company, was looking for someone to fill that event. Like I said, was my first one in Bayville for a tasting, and then I was like, like I'll do it, I guess. And then I realized like what this world is, and then I was like, okay, like I have gone to a liquor store before, and I've seen someone sitting at the front and like saying, you know, do you want this? And I was like, okay, like I didn't even realize it was a whole world to it.
I think you get a newfound appreciation too for people that do that, because like I don't know, like it's kind of like you have to have like courage to do that. And like even like if I'm in Whole Foods or something, it doesn't even have to be like liquor or like whatever.
For
like,
sure.
I always like talk to people and I'm like, do you need a picture of me?
Like, no, it's good when the people that know, because we even get that sometimes that come up to us and they're like, do you want us to take a picture? And then we're like, yes, like we're glad that you understand. Because
I used to like when I had to do that, I was always like, thank you. You. They're like, I used to do this. I'm like, okay, cool.
I love when people just know.
Can relate.
Because I'm always like, for the people who don't, I'm always like, can I have your picture? Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. Because they're like, that's like everyone's first question too, is like, am I gonna be on Facebook or Instagram?
Some people want to get posted.
No, some people do. They're like,
some people are like, are you gonna tag me? I'm like,
and when you get with like the young guys, just the fresh 21 guys that are like happy, that are happy that you just came up to them and got a flick with them. That happened to me recently. I would say like a month ago in Hoboken. And like the other girl, because I was working with 3 girls, the one girl took the picture and she sent it to him, and I was like, fuck, like I'm gonna see that somewhere. And like I didn't like the picture, but whatever, I don't care, it's fine. But I just thought it was funny because like I'm like, what are you doing with that picture exactly?
They wanna post.
They wanna flex.
They're having a good time. That's funny.
No, those are like the fun parts of the job.
For sure.
Yeah. So you might have touched on this, but what would you say, because you mentioned a few reasons why you like being a promo model.
Yes.
What would you say was your favorite part of being a promo model, and what's your favorite part now of being a sales rep?
Okay, so my favorite part of being a promo model, I think it kind of, like, we touched upon it before. I think it really kind of got me out of my own head.
Yeah.
I feel like at that time in my life, like, I didn't know how powerful, like, I really was.
No, that's a great answer, yeah.
And it kind of, like, made me step outside of my comfort zone and really realize my value and, like, the fact that I was able to network and meet so many people, and they were, like, it just, like, all connected, and they were looking out for me, and, like, I don't know, like, I made, like, really great friends from it. So I think, like, it really just helped me.
Yeah, you don't realize how receptive people can be until you put yourself out there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's a terrifying thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's great when you actually do it. So I agree with you with recommending anyone that, you know,
if you need, like, a confidence boost, too. Like, I feel like it was also good, like, you could do your makeup, do your hair, like, I'm
feel good about yourself. Yeah,
where I like to do that, to, like, I don't do it for anyone else per se,
but
like,
ourselves. I'm the same way,
right? Like, you just feel more confident, you feel better, and, like, so yeah, that was definitely probably my favorite part. And then
being a promo model.
Yeah, my favorite part about being a sales rep, I mean, honestly, I've made friends for life. Like, I have to say, like, it is, like, it's been so rewarding for that reason to me. Not that when I started, like, I wasn't making friends with people.
Yeah.
But I just feel like you really, like, get to know people, and it just really, like, immerses you into just being, like, more open-minded. And, like, also I think, like, I've just gained a lot of, like, understanding of the market, like, as a whole, you know, like, when I first got into it, I knew, like, the basics, and, like, I knew how to sell, like, wine, like, spirits, beer, you know what I mean? But I didn't know nearly as much as I do now. I feel like you kind of just get that experience when you're out in the field. Like, it can't be...
You need to be thrown out there.
Down, and you can, you know, like, memorize it and whatever.
You need to go through the motions.
Yeah. So I do feel like it really opened my eyes to a lot. And I think just the ability to travel, like, I could literally just get up and, like, I could go pretty much anywhere in New Jersey right now, and, like, I could
still be getting your work done
and be like, hey, but I could text one of my friends, my accounts, and be like, hey, like, I'm coming to see you, whatever. And it's like, I now have friends across, like, the state.
Yeah.
And actually, not even across the state. I've worked in multiple states before. So other states I've met people, like, so I think it really is cool to, like, build a network. And, like, I've loved that.
Yeah.
I'd say that's probably my favorite part.
Yeah. I definitely can agree with that. I would say that was one of, like, the unexpected rewards for me with being a brand rep and also being a sales rep, because I also, same as you, met a ton of people doing both, you know? It's 2021.
It all blends together at this point. I'm like...
Okay. So anyways, yeah. But I was a sales rep a few years back for a starting company. Make sure this is on. Yeah, for a brand new tequila company based in California. They were trying to make their way over to the shore, and it was kind of just a shit show, honestly. Yeah, they just hired me, but they weren't ready to be hiring a sales rep, was basically the end of the story. But I did have a nice, you know, few months. Actually, that's a lie. It wasn't nice at all. But to bring it back to...
That with a straight face for a few months. I can't.
Yeah, no. But to bring it back to your point, what was good was they did send me out to Texas, to Austin, Texas, and I did make friends, like, there. So it was, like, to your point of having friends in other states and stuff through being a sales rep. You really do.
It's awesome.
Which is great. Yeah. So that was the great part about it, but... Yeah, everything else was a little... But that was just for that company, you know? You get a different experience with every company you work for.
Yeah, I feel like even just working events, like, I've met people, too. Not even just from, like, being out in the field or, like, whatever. Like, just working events, I've, like, crossed paths with so many people. And it's cool.
It is. It definitely is. Yeah. And then, you know, I was a sales rep with Carton for a little bit. And that was just cool, just learning... about beer and stuff. So that was a brewery, which and I never thought like I would learn how to like tap a keg and
cool.
set up, shit like that. So, and now I know like keywords for that I never knew. Like a six stole is like, like a smaller keg, like just random shit you learn. So it really is just like a great industry for growth, honestly.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity and there's so many different things that you can do. I think that's like the beauty of it as well. Like it's not a one size fits all type of thing. There are so many different options and just got to be open-minded.
Yeah, for sure. So now that you are a sales rep, how do you feel about hiring brand ambassadors yourself, and what has been your experience with that?
So honestly, I have to say I have had a very pleasant experience hiring BAs, because I think the fact that I'm able to relate to them on another level because I've been there, like it just creates more trust like in me. Not to say like you can't trust people that haven't done that.
No, I personally would,
but
I would be like, more receptive of a sales rep that has been in my shoes.
Yes, for sure. So like even when I'm like, because I will always go to the event and like set up and everything, they're like, oh my goodness, that's so nice that you're doing this. And like I'm always like, are you comfortable? Like, you know what I mean? And I think it's really about like just making people understand that like you're there to help them. So I personally like have not had like an issue like in the past with like any BAs, but I know some people have, and it's like I feel like it might happen here and there. Like I have not encountered like a
serious issue.
Yeah, a serious
but
issue.
Like showing up late and stuff.
Timeliness, I've had that happen before.
Okay,
yeah, like, but I'm saying like I'm thinking of like
big things.
Yeah, but, like a larger.
Nothing you had to really like.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I think I kind of like working with them. Getting to know
that's
them,
nice.
And yeah, it's cool. So it's more like personal.
I think so. We'll go back really quick to the POS thing, because I was just saying like how it's a great perk to get like free liquor and stuff, but also it is a great perk to get some POS, which is like the free swag people will hand out. So if you could think of possibly one or two things that have been like a favorite, or just things that you've been able to utilize.
Right, in my day-to-day.
Yeah.
You know what? I have to say, I am a bottle opener gal. I love a bottle opener. I feel like that is something that is
She likes a good bottle opener.
I do. And honestly, like, it's great. I love giving, like, bottle openers to bartenders, too, because those are one of the most needed things. So that is, like, something practical that I'll always cherish from being given in my younger promo days. But other than that, like, I've been given some cool stuff. I mean, I think like honestly, like hats are great, obviously. I would say like sweaters and stuff like that.
Yeah, those are really nice when you can get something like good quality, like big like that.
Right, like custom to the event in particular, I think is always really cool. So yeah.
What do you think your favorite that you've given out as a sales rep?
That I've given out? Honestly,
not that it's like you produce it, obviously. It's your company, but for
I would say my favorite thing to give out is probably a hat.
I was gonna say the hats
People
too.
Love hats.
Yeah,
they love it. The bartenders, the bar backs, because it's like I don't know. I feel like you're a part of the club.
Yeah,
you're like
I don't know why, but. So I'll just say, you can tell me if you don't want this on, but you're a sales rep for a ready-to-drink brand. And I feel like, I don't know why, but those type of people that drink those drinks give me the vibe of someone that's wearing like a dad hat. I don't know why, but they do.
Dad hats.
No, me too. But I just feel like someone who's drinking like a canned drink, I picture them wearing like a hat.
No.
I just do.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I feel like it definitely is like, it's kind of like a lifestyle thing that ties into it. It's like being active, being outdoors, you know? Like, you could be golfing, you could be at the beach bar, you could be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at your local sports bar. And I think people go crazy
No,
for
it makes
hats.
sense. It makes
people
sense.
Like
they
t-shirts,
do. They just like the hats in general. You're right.
Yeah.
The hats in general. Because, like I said, I just did a promo not too long ago in Hoboken. It was for a bedding company. But they were also partnering with like Friday Beers, which is I don't even know. I know they're a bar in Nashville, but they also have like an Instagram account that like does really well or whatever. I've seen their stuff, yeah, so they're like their own. I know they have a podcast, whatever, but they were partnering and they had like bucket hats and they had baseball caps and they were so nice. The bucket hat was so nice. I got to take one home and yeah, like it's been like my go-to for the beach now. I love it. It's so cute.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been given a bucket hat.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of a unique thing that I haven't really seen. So
yeah. No, and everyone was like on it. They were like, oh my God, we want that. So yeah, that's definitely been one of my faves.
That's awesome.
And then, yeah, I would say my like all-time fave that I don't see a lot. I brought it with me for anyone that's watching. I know most of you probably are listening, but if anyone's watching, I don't know if I have a picture with it, but it's this huge handheld fan from Hendrick's Gin. Cool. I was working at what is that hotel / beach bar in Pier Village? Why can't I think of it now? Ocean Place. Yes. Exactly. So I was working there and we were giving these out years ago, and I will really like cool. I'll be so sad if I ever lose it or if it ever breaks, but it, like I said, it's lasted me years and years now, probably like 5 years, and it's hands down my favorite POS. And like I was telling Marissa, I have White Claw socks on right now. I don't know if anyone can see, but these are like really comfy too. I never grab them because I'm always just like super like matchy girl, and I'm just not a White Claw drinker, to be honest. But they're just really comfy, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna grab them for today because I just like to be comfy. I like comfy socks. Yeah, White Claw was like when I was hot into promos, like doing them nonstop. That was like the big thing.
I did a lot for them, but I never got the socks. Yeah, I got some shirts and
I have a few shirts.
I think, really, yeah.
I want to say they died down a little bit. They were big with the promo game. White Claw, it was all about White Claw. I feel like a few years ago. I feel like they're still obviously going strong, but I feel like they're not spending as much money as they were. Or at least I haven't seen it. Maybe because I'm not out as much in the field, but like. It would constantly be all about the White Claw event and like the big White Claw robot and stuff.
Yeah, I have photos of me with like the robot and the polar bear.
I forgot about the Vans. Yes, they would bring the Vans or whatever because what's his face? Jeff would always.
Yes. Yeah. I think like I think to your point about them doing a lot less. I honestly think with COVID, a lot of brands are really doing a lot.
Still, like, for sure.
Because a lot of these brands are national, so they're like, I don't know, it depends on the state, but like,
because like 3 Olives or whatever, I'm pretty sure like they had that whole like cute thing going, that cute program going with Martell's, and me, Fiona, and Chandler did that one a lot, and that one was like a steady program, and that one was fun. They were always fun to do, and they always had us in like cute outfits. I like when they chose a cute outfit. A lot of brands, I don't know why, I don't know who's choosing these fits for us, but some of these brands really send us in like wacky shit. I'm sorry, but I can't.
I'm just like thinking back of some
things you had to wear.
You know what though, I was thinking about this like earlier because I'm like, I know Maria's going to touch upon the outfit aspect. I think it humbled us as people, I have to say.
Oh, you know what? To have to go in there just looking like whatever.
You know what? Yeah, but the thing was, we were always, I feel like anytime we were assigned like a specific outfit, it was like multiple girls that you were working with were like also wearing the same thing. Like I never like.
No, I always felt better when it was that, but
I never went
my
solo.
Luck was I was solo in my skeleton suit a lot.
I never was solo in like a
But that was it, and I felt awkward. That was the only thing I was solo in that I felt awkward in. I'm not gonna lie, like walking the streets of Asbury in my skeleton suit. My skeleton cat suit by myself. That felt a little weird. Well, because people were like, you know, they're like, wow, look at this body. Like,
I remember with that, like, you had like a full done up like face that you did, and I went to Spirit of Halloween. Never forget this, and I bought the stickers. I won't forget it
either.
The glitter. Everyone and their mother thought that I literally did my own makeup.
I remember that. That was so funny.
But everyone was like, oh my gosh, it looks so good. And I'm like, thanks. Thanks. Yeah, no, I didn't
I'll
do
take
that.
it.
It was stickers.
Yeah.
But I liked, you know what? I liked it because it was comfortable. Am I going to say that people weren't giving questionable stares when I was walking around?
It was relatively comfortable. You're right. But it was.
Yeah.
it was a lot. It was skin tight. It was a lot. Any girls that did,
I still have it.
Yeah, I do too. I have like 2 versions of it actually. I have like a one that I didn't like as much. It was like a rainbow one they sent me, and then another year later or 2 years later they sent me a new one, and it was like blue with butterflies, and I love that one.
I love the blue one.
I remember you said you had that one too. Yeah, that one I liked a lot better, but still. So yeah, any promo girls out there that's listening that has worked for Milagro, if you wore the skeleton costume, let us know, and let us know how you did your makeup, because everyone did their makeup different for this costume. People were going so many different routes. Like it was supposed to be like Dia de los Muertos, like
which is
Day of the Dead,
vibrant.
And I was like, no.
Yeah.
No. I'm like, this makeup doesn't look good on me. No, we are going full scary skeleton glam right now. And I just like, I didn't even care, and I just did it. I just did a full scary skeleton glam.
Yeah.
But a lot of people did what they were supposed to do, which was the, like you said, that vibe, the more colorful
I remember it did
vibe.
Well, I remember your face is supposed to be white, and then it's supposed to be colorful, like the eyes and stuff. I put bronzer on. I could not. I could not even envision. No, I was like,
I needed something. Yeah.
No, it just was not it. I was like, this is not the vibe. Like, I just gotta make the Marissa pizzazz. Like, I had to turn it into like a,
Yeah, you had to make it you. Yes. I had to make it me, and
add a little flair.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, we definitely had some crazy outfits. But I would agree with you that built character.
It did.
It built character.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
All right. This has been a great episode. Thank you so much for coming on, Marissa. I'm so happy I got to talk to you.
Yes, anytime.
Yeah, definitely come back.
I will.
Okay, good.
I'm excited.
I know.
I can't wait. This is fun.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.